everyone. You're welcome to another amazing episode of the Nimitoye Show. My name is Nimi and I am your host. I have a guest with me on the show today, and she is Miss Aanuoluwa Olayanju. And how did I meet her? On a WhatsApp group some months back. We are having a relationship-related discussion, and she shared a little bit of her breakup story. Yeah, she has more than one actually. So I don't know the one she's going to be sharing with us today. So our fiance, told her he was no longer interested in the relationship. Some weeks or months to their introduction or something. So it's been long. So I don't know which of the breakup stories she's going to be sharing today. So she's going to share a breakup story, one of the breakup stories, and she's going to share with us how she coped. And she's also going to share tips on how one can get through a breakup. Yeah. Breakup is like, okay, don't let me just go deep. I just want us to know that there is no stereotypic way or remedy of getting through a breakup because we handle situations differently. However, I believe, there should be a common factor, or there are tips that could help us, or that could help anyone that is finding it difficult to, get over a breakup. And I believe the tips we'll be sharing will be the answer or light to someone's question or confusion. Hopefully, it helps someone. It's not like I'm praying for a breakup for anyone, but then it happens. Life happens here. So it comes. So when it comes, what do we do? So that's actually the aim of this episode. Right, so this episode might not even be for you. You might know someone who is struggling as to getting through a breakup. So it would be nice of you to share with them once you are done listening. So before I bring her on board, it is amazing to know that Miss Aanuoluwa is a young lifestyle Christian woman. She's a medical social worker by profession and a practicing counselor. She's passionate about healthy relationships, platonic or otherwise, especially among young adults and youth.
Thank you.
I'm very excited to have you on the show. Thank you for agreeing to do this with me. Thank you.
Thank you too for the invite.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm very good.
All right. So guys, I'm fine too. Thank you. All right. So guys, we're going to be talking about getting through a breakup, and it's going to be in two parts. We'll be doing the first part today, where she shares her story, and then the second part next week, where she's going to be sharing how she coped, and she's going to share with us few tips on getting through a breakup. So, Mama, let's get down to business.
All right now.
Can you please share with my listeners your breakup story? What happened? What do you think was the cause of the whole breakup thing? We want to know. We want to hear it.
Okay, thank you so much. One thing about my previous relationships, that has had to end, that has been amusing, is that all my breakups have been dramatic. For lack of better words to describe, they've been dramatic. So I'm just going to pick one out of the all experiences and share with everyone out there. Okay. So that was about 4 or 5 years ago. That was 2015 to be precise. I started dating a particular guy. He had been my friend before we started dating, and he was 8 years older than me. Yes. Okay. And it wasn't particularly that I fell in love with him as much as I settled with the idea of being in love with him. Okay. So even from the start, it was more of him being emotionally invested in the relationship. I was still floating, and I was still telling him, okay, I'm not sure if this is meant to be, but he was like, oh, you know what? Don't worry. I have enough love to go around for both of us. That was his exact words. So just go with the flow, give it a chance. Let's see if it will grow. And that was what we did for okay. Quite sorry about that. I think the relationship started late 2014. Yes. So we did it from late 2014 to 2015, where the relationship had its ups and downs because of the age gap. He thinks like his generation, and I think like my generation also. So it wasn't really easy because of the 8 year gap, although sometimes it doesn't really like figure in. But one thing I've discovered is that no matter how caring, thoughtful, loving the person is, the person will always think like the generation is supposed to think. And you will always think like the generation is supposed to think. But that's not the contention for today. So we went on and on, but then I discovered that it was already agitating to get married. Men with I want to get married before I'm 30. I want to, have my first million before I'm this and that, certain age and everything for achievements in life. So I noticed that I was getting agitated to get married, but I was not in any way ready to get married at that point. I finished my university. I finished in university rather in 2015.
Okay.
So I was going to go and serve, and I'm an adventurer. I'm a free spirit. I like to go on adventures, explore, see the world. So I didn't like the idea of, being married at that age and at that time. Exactly. So when he discovered that my time to go and serve was drawing near, he came up with the issue of, okay, let's do introduction before you leave. Let my family know your family, vice versa, before you leave. And I know that it wasn't, even though it was quite a nice idea, but I knew it was from a place of desperation and agitation to get married before he was 30.
Okay.
So I just knew it wasn't for the right reasons. So, and let's not forget that I wasn't really that emotionally invested. Not that I didn't like him, I liked him enough, but I just didn't really see him, figuring into my life for forever.
Yeah, I get that.
Exactly. And he was a family friend. So, when some factors are just making it look as if, well, he's a family friend, he's very caring, he's nice to my siblings, my mom knows him very well. Sometimes those type of factors, they kind of take the upper hand, but you are the one that have to tell yourself, what exactly am I looking out for?
Yes.
Okay. So I decided I wasn't going to go into that. I told him, see, if you cannot trust me, to go and serve and come back, without entertaining fear that, maybe if I go and serve, I will see someone else and, get hooked there, because that was also part of his fear. He had insecurity issues. So I told him he could not just let me go and serve and come back. Then he shouldn't even bother. What are we in a relationship for? So uncle came up with an ultimatum rather. And he was giving me ultimatum of how many days to make up my mind. I was like, oh wow, I don't do well with ultimatums. It's as if you are daring me. When you give ultimatum, it's as if you're daring me. Don't give me ultimatum. I don't do well with it. But he was so adamant on us. It is either we do introduction before you go or not. And what made this particular breakup dramatic is this. Some months before then, he said, he wanted to get me a phone because my phone was not good then. And I was complaining that, why would I take a bad phone to go and serve that I will not be able to cover my memories and everything. So he was going to buy me a phone. But because I'm quite an independent woman that do not like any guy holding anything over my head if things go awry, I told him that he shouldn't buy me a phone. So he said, but he wants to do something for me. So I said, okay, this is the idea, this is the plan, because I was already done in school also, no pocket money coming in, fresh out of school. So it wasn't as if I had the money, but I just didn't want that type of situation. So I told him, this is what we're going to do. I am going to contribute a certain amount of money. You would also contribute a certain amount of money. At least when you contribute money and you don't buy the whole phone for me, you can't come and lay claim to my phone because my money is in it. Exactly, you get. So that was what we did. And we did it for 3 months. He was contributing 5,000 and I was contributing about, 3,000 or so.